Hi, this is Dawn Shireen. I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Delusion is Vast. Well, I finally made it out to the resort, and today was by far not one of the best days I've ever had. A little bit of me, a little bit of them, a little bit of not knowing, a little bit of fear, but needless to say, it's been a long time since I actually have had a job. And, I've been on disability for almost 20 years. So the whole premise of living up to someone else's expectations without knowing them, again, came and kind of bit me in the ass a little bit today. I think we recovered. I'm still not exactly sure, though. So I'm kind of on a probationary period now, which I figured I would be anyway. But to have it presented that way was just really, startling, I guess. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think Sir would become the problem, but he did. But not anymore, I guess. I didn't know. There's just things I didn't know, and I was supposed to know, but I didn't know these things. I knew traveling with him via Greyhound was wrong. That I knew, and we already talked about that, and how honesty is the best policy, and all that. And I own that. I did that. I own that I broke Greyhound policy, and I own that they suck. But I didn't realize that even though I wasn't under a vacation rental contract, so to speak, that by having him, I was fucking with shit. I didn't know. Now I know. I'll never do it again. But my boss was really peeved and was like, we can't trust you now, and all this and all that. And for me, that was heartbreaking, because that's all I do is talk about how to be honest and how to do the next right thing, and not to be an asshole. So to be called out on something that I didn't know, and for them to think that I was being deceitful on purpose, which I wasn't, it really stung. It really, really stung. So I started looking for another job, and, Wind Cave is hiring, and Mount Rushmore is always hiring, and, there's other positions out here to find for seasonal work. But, she came and introduced me to her brother, and, she smiled at me like she had been, and I think it maybe passed. I'm probably still on a probation. That's okay. I can accept that. But to not be trusted, man, that stung, because I'm not like that, I'm not on drugs, and I'm not a thief, and I wasn't intentionally deceitful. It just was something that never came up in conversation. Had I been asked directly, of course I would have told, just like I said with Greyhound. If they had found Sir and asked directly, I would have owned it and, been out, and God only knows where. But, he's welcome at the campground. It's an animal-friendly place. I just didn't know that, there's so many rules with all the places that they, rent through, and allergies and all this and all that, and lesson learned, right? But fuck, what a day, and I cleaned the house really, really well beforehand. Not like I was trying to hide anything, because that's not what it was, but just because I'm a responsible pet owner, and, and I realized that, Sir poops a lot, does that, and, even though he was in the tent, in the closet, in the house, right, and I wasn't letting him free roam or anything like that, but, I still fucked up, and I own it, but, I'm trustworthy, I'm not. I didn't do it on purpose. And, I just hope that we can get back to where we were, because I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't meant to be, I didn't mean to deceive anybody. God, I hate that word when it's used against me. I'm not like that anymore. That's not what I'm about. I'm pretty much an open book, and, had, of course, I've been on social media or anything, they would have seen Sir, because I have not been hiding him. I hid him in Flagstaff because I wasn't supposed to have any pets, and it was just funny because of all the mice that were in the trailer and all that, but I was deceitful there, but they were deceitful there too, and without Sir and Flagstaff, there's no probably about it, I would have killed myself in Flagstaff. There's just no two ways about it. As strong as I am, and as much as, I'm a warrior and all that, all the stuff that was going on in Flagstaff, I would have killed myself without the responsibility of Sir to keep me alive. So, there's that. Otherwise, like, now I finally get out. I finally, once she introduced me to her brother, and it seems like things are smoothed over some. It was just time to get out, and I found there's rocks everywhere. It's like the Black Hills, right? So I found a really good sitting rock right in the sun, and this could be my suntan rock eventually, because this is a good place, it seems, even though it could be a lot of ticks and all here. Of course, I have the Sir Man with me. This is the first time I think he's actually been outside full time ever in his life. Being caged the whole time he was at PetSmart, and then having to hide him basically the whole time I was in Flagstaff. I couldn't walk around with him freely and, let him experience life outside of that trailer. So, and I don't know if you can hear him cooing or not as I'm petting him, but I think we're going to be okay. There's some issues with the job and my level of expertise, I guess, at doing something I've never done before. So there's a learning curve here. And I haven't been at it for that long, It's not like the other girls have been here for over a month already and should know what they're doing. So when she said, like, we're not sure that we're going to be able to keep you on because I have to keep on checking your work, and I'm like, I've literally only worked like 20 hours for you. And I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, I don't know what to expect. The first day I was here, I didn't even have a list to follow, if you remember that podcast. So it's like, this is, I don't know, like the best of both worlds, right? And I'll fucking figure it out. I'm not a quitter. I'm not gonna let anybody take me down or take me out. But man, it's a rough day today. But we'll be okay. I'll get through this, I'll get through this. And if I don't, then I'll just go get a job at one of the national parks, or at Custer, or at some of the other state parks, or I'll find something to do. And it's not like I need to work, right? It's not like I don't have income. I do have income. I just feel like so out of my element right now. I don't even actually really know what I feel like. I guess it's honest. That's the most honest I can be, is like, I don't really even know what I feel like right now. I feel a little fucked up, but not in a good way. On a bonus note, though, and maybe a bonus note, I'm not really exactly sure where this is going yet, but I have found like a confidant kind of like situation, somebody that I think I mentioned him in the last podcast too, but somebody who has been keeping me above board and helping in a weird way. I don't know where it's going. I could use another best friend. I don't know if I could ever use another Christopher, like, because I don't want this guy to going off himself either, but I'm pretty sure that if shit got dire, he would help. He would at least get me to a bus or a train or a field or something where I could just set up camp and like reassess what's going on. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think, this experience today was maybe a learning curve for all of us. None of us know each other. None of us, sure, they did a background check on me and it came up clean because I'm not a scumbag, but they don't know that, they don't know that for real. So I can't really fault them for feeling deceived, but me knowing my heart, boy, that was harsh. But, it is what it is, and I'm still here, and they set me up in a cabin for the time being because I guess it's supposed to snow again next weekend, and I don't know. I was in no mood today to even try to put the tent up while they were busting with water and whatever it is that they're all doing out there. And I just kind of sat back and, sulked and licked my wounds. And, God, I'm not like that. If you know me, that's not who I am. So, it was really fucking hard to be, well, and I told her to call me out on my shit. So she did, and I told her she could do that. And, wow, I don't want that to happen again. For real. It was hard. It was awful. It was awful. Hi. And so Cersei is first like discovering we're outside. How's that, huh? He's sniffing the wind and all this stuff right now, and I think he's actually like he wants to drink my saline tears, and I'm not gonna let him do that. Yeah, I hit my steps, yay! So my garment just went off. So yeah, I mean, I wonder if I can make this work. I'm not a quitter. If I have to double up on glasses in order to see the stuff that I'm not seeing, I'll do so. But I just think I need a little more time, and I mean, if I'm on a 2-week probation, then I'm on a 2-week probation. So be it. It's normal for a job, It's just not normal to travel so far to quite possibly have to go and find something else like immediately and try to reassess everything. But I can and I will if I have to. I just really prefer not to. And now that I'm out here, if I get bumped off the property, it's not like there's not places I can just go for the time being until I can straighten all this shit out. Man, it's a harsh day. Still tired. Everything says my body is coming back into normal, and it is, but I'm still tired. Stress is not good for me, and that was really, really, really stressful. You, sir? Want to talk? That's what Sir has to say. Anyway, I just wanted to come out and decompress, and I haven't done a show in a minute to let y'all know that I really am doing okay. I got my hair did, and my brows did, and I look good, gooder, better. At 60, I mean, how good can you expect to look, right? This dude is significantly younger than me. I mean, I don't want to compare it to Christopher, but it's kind of like a Christopher situation. I'm okay with that, as long as he's okay with that, and I don't really know that I want anything romantic, but boy, I could use another best friend, and I think I have that. I think we could be establishing that, and, that's good. That's a good thing for me, because God only knows I need a friend that I can trust again. What? Don't slide. So Sir's getting super squeaky. I don't know what that means. He's a prey animal, so he could smell something coming up that I'm not even aware of, so, I'm gonna end this now, and, I love Sir so much. You know what? If it came down to it, I don't care what happens. I would always choose him over whatever, And I always got God, and he has my best interest in mind, and he knows my heart. And that's really all that matters, It just was shocking today to be faced with stuff that I was not expecting. But I'll be okay. I'll be okay. He'll be okay. We're gonna fucking kick the ass out of this job now that I really, really understand what it's all about. I've been reading reviews for other campgrounds and everything, and the thing that most people get dissed on is the cleanliness of the campground. So I can totally understand where they're coming from with that. I really do. When I'm reading that other campgrounds need a deep clean, and they need this and they need that, and that's what we're doing here. And I just have to up it just another level, and I'll be okay, and not be deceiving, though I didn't really know I was being deceiving, but I'm gonna let that go. I think they let it go. And if it comes up again, then Wind Cave, Mount Rushmore, whatever, they always are hiring for concession people there, and I can definitely pour a soda, so, I'll be okay. Anyway, thanks for listening to my ramble. I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. All the new listeners, thank you. Thank you for finding me. The show's only going to get better. And I got I got ants on me, so I'm in the wrong place right now. So anyway, this is Dawn Shreen. This is my podcast, The Delusion is Vast. And hey, let's all stay alive, okay? Later.